This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN. Welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by to tune into Let's Talk Nutrition, to listen to it or to watch it, however you want to connect. We're happy you're there. Whatever brought you here, we're glad you're there. And we rely on you as the audience to let us know you're there. You can call in. You can send, Gary will tell you in a minute how to do all of that, how you can connect to the show. Send your questions in if you don't want to talk. Just rather write. That's fine too. And I'm always looking for new ideas. Dealing with, another way to put this, I'm looking for new ways to deal with very difficult and old problems. You know, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a change. And there won't be any. So if we're trying to lose weight and we keep doing the same things over and over again and it's not working, you need to find some other way to do this. And so whether it's with weight loss, whether it's for treating cardiovascular disease, whether it's treating type 2 diabetes, mellitus, whatever it might be. I'm always looking for what is out there, what's now on the cutting edge, or what theories are in play, and what are the researchers testing in the studies to find some sort of relationship between whatever the exposure is and then the outcome. So we explore that here, and I'm going to introduce to you, I haven't used this language before, talked about this particular model. It's called the carbohydrate insulin model. It came up this morning in a story that's trending. There's a researcher by the name of Ludwig who has made a pretty good impression with his approach, with this carbohydrate insulin model. Theory, whatever you want to call it, of losing weight. And I'll try to be patient with myself and hope you're patient with me, and I'll try to introduce it so that you understand what it is and why they believe it works. And they've had success in doing it. And you're going to see that he's focused on carbohydrate. But keep in mind, he's focused on a particular kind of carbohydrate, and I'll tell you what that is as I try to describe and explain his approach. It makes sense, and I get it. I understand it. This when I say it's a low-carb diet, this is not to be construed to mean that, so that means that I have to wipe out all carbs and just eat protein and fat. No, it doesn't mean that. Does not mean that. And what kind of carbs are we talking about anyway? So we'll get into all of that and much more. As I said, Gary will explain how to connect to the show, and I'd love to hear from you.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us, like us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, on Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, and please subscribe to that YouTube channel. We got over 54,000 views now at Let's Talk Nutrition, where everything is archived and put up there by date and closed captioned.
Okay, so where do we begin? Well, we begin at the beginning. The story that's trending is that low-carb diets may work by boosting calorie burn. In other words, their metabolic rate is boosted. And as I was reporting, they had 164 overweight or obese people in the study. their weight was brought down by 12% in the study. And that's significant. And they were stabilized at that weight and put on a high, medium, or low carbohydrate diet for 20 weeks. So they had 3 variations. The diets were made up of 20% carbs and protein and 60% fat. Okay? And 40% carbs and fat and 20% protein, or 60% carbs and 20% fat and protein. So they had different combinations here, which is good. And what they found was the type of diet people ate, obviously, then had a major impact on their metabolism. Those on the low carbohydrate diet burned about 250 calories a day more than those on a high carbohydrate diet, even though all the groups were the same weight. That's what Dr. Ludwig said. That's a quote from him. He was the principal investigator of the study, and he's co-director of an organization called the New Balance Foundation Obesity Prevention Center. It's at Boston Children's Hospital. I'll repeat that. The New Balance Foundation Obesity Prevention Center at Boston Children's Hospital. So Dr. Ludwig is not some crackpot out there in the thin ether, suffering from a lack of oxygen to the brain. He's a classically trained physician. The participants were on these diets. While they were on these diets, their calorie intake was constricted so that they maintained the baseline weight. If a participant started to lose or gain weight, their calorie intake was increased or decreased. So that's how they were managing that. If somebody's metabolism speeded up, they would have started losing weight, and that would have triggered us to increase calories just to restore weight to the baseline target, Dr. Ludwig said. He's a professor of pediatrics and nutrition at Harvard University, by the way. The researcher looked at diet's effect directly on metabolism, which is one of the things that works against you when you're trying to maintain weight. He said that these findings show that all calories are not alike. He's right. To the body from a metabolic perspective, and that restricting carbohydrates may be a better strategy than restricting calories in the long term for success, he said further. That's an interesting notion now. He's saying that it might be better, rather than thinking about restricting the carbs, think about restricting the carbohydrate. All right. He also believes that without the calorie control intervention, having a low carbohydrate diet could create spontaneous weight loss of about 20 pounds over a few years. Now, people are wanting to lose 20 pounds in 6 months.
They want to lose it in a month. I mean,
right? And
yeah.
No, bad news. A Dr. Naveed Starr said this: "This seems like an important finding, but I would be highly cautious as the interpretation of the results seemed to be quite incorrect." On his mind. Dr. Sattar, who was not involved in the study, said that the low carbohydrate group seems to have been eating more calories than the other groups who have kept similar weights. All right. This brings out the other point that what really matters in weight change. What really matters is weight change, and we already know from much larger and longer trials that weight loss is broadly similar to whatever diet one takes, low carbohydrate, low fat, or whatever, as long as one sticks to the diet, he said. So Dr. Sattar is not so impressed with Dr. Ludwig's study, which is fine. Okay. So he said, in short, I don't believe this work changes anything and it does not convince me, he said, that low carbohydrate diets are meaningfully better to relevant health outcomes. The overwhelming evidence does not support this. So we got a little feud going on here. I like it, between Dr. Ludwig and Dr. Sattar. Maybe they're both wrong. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
And website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio. I find it interesting that we now have a little debate going on here between two different physicians about this so-called carbohydrate insulin model of obesity. And I'm not going to get into the weeds on it, but that model, Dr. Ludwig, who's the proponent of it, said that you don't focus on the calories, focus on the carbs. Then you got this other doctor, Dr. Sattar, who said, the model doesn't work. And then I went and I found other criticisms of the model. What's my point in even raising this? Just because somebody has a theory or a very well laid out theory or a hypothesis or does a study doesn't mean that it's and I'll put this in quotes, the truth. Okay? It doesn't mean that. It means that they did a study and they had some findings and results, and it's up to those who look at it to critically evaluate, use critical thinking to evaluate whether this makes sense, given what we know or maybe what we don't know. When Dr. Ludwig says, don't worry about the calories, just focus on the carbs, the other guy says, no, focus on the carbs, on the calories. You got to be mindful of the calories, and it's not the carb. It's not just one thing. You got to be able to wait